So I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to speak my truth, but I'm also gonna protect you. So if I gotta look like the adulterous wife to make sure you're good, I'm gonna do it.
What?
I learned how to love myself and not leave Will on the side of the road. And I hadn't learned how to love Will and not leave myself on the side of the road.
And always cross in the green, never in between.
That's it. I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy.
All right, look. Imagine having a wife or someone you're married to and living in the same compound as, who lives to embarrass you in public every chance that they get. You imagined? Good. Will Smith does not have to, because Jada Pinkett keeps getting more disrespectful every appearance on camera. The latest? Well, we'll talk about it right now on Doing It for GP.
Ratting this shit all day.
As a whole becomes a part, I strike to burn, and the flame returns.
Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Mac back with some thoughts, with some opinions, with some reactions. Wipe your feet off as you come in. Hit the like button if you so choose, and hopefully you stay a while. Shout out to the supporters. And with that said, let's take this walk.
So I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to speak my truth, but I'm also gonna protect you. So if I gotta look like the adulterous wife to make sure you're good, I'm gonna do it.
What?
Y'all, I learned how to love myself and not leave Will on the side of the road. And I hadn't learned how to love Will and not leave myself on the side of the road.
And always cross in the green, never in between.
In that moment, because I felt so bad that he was in this situation, I decided I'm gonna love you, Will, and I'm gonna leave myself at the side of the road. And on top of it, I want Will out. I don't want him part of this. Okay, I'm the bad guy. I'm the worst. Great. Let's be done with it.
Right.
I wanted it done. You got your answer. I'm the adulterous wife. Let's be done. And let's move on. You know, as to get him through it, the family through it, let it go. Right? And, but I had to learn. That was a big learning moment for me. I wouldn't have been able to see that aspect of myself that needed to learn that I could love myself and love others. That we could all be on the road together.
Hey, man, I don't understand a word that you've been saying.
Look, before I go in a little bit on her comments, let me just say, 90s Jada Pinkett is up there with anybody. And I think people know what I mean. Probably wouldn't be everyone's top choice, but she's competing in every round. And I bet she was getting put through the mattresses of Hollywood before Will went super simp, took off the community block and took her home. But I digress, because whether it's shit like the letters to deceased Tupac, which is a double whammy of disrespect because Will's daughter has read them and she empathizes with the pain her mother feels about Tupac not being there, or trying to detach herself from the shadow casted over Will Smith in Hollywood after smacking the hell out of Chris Rock, or what she's doing now, shit like the August Alsina entanglement. I mean, it's all being done with very little respect for, even disdain for one Will Smith. The simple solution, right, would seem to be to, I don't know, divorce, separate, but that's what makes her unmitigated disrespect even more disappointing when looked at from a macro standpoint. Though these have been successful stars in Hollywood and survive on their own, presumably, Will Smith has certainly been part of the more box office projects, has been paid more, and I would assume has more wealth individually. Because she wouldn't be put in dire straits after a divorce because of her own past successes, she probably wouldn't get half or close to it, you know, unless Will initiates it or, you know, whatever they may have drummed up in a premarital agreement. based on her not making a choice to separate, while clearly not loving or probably even liking Will Smith, certainly means her current situation attached to Will Smith may be more financially advantageous. So she's not budging. And that's sick. But, I guess Will ain't doing nothing about it. So ultimately, shout out to the women whose men are their bitches. Right? But what do I know? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you like the content. Hit the notification bell. And with that said, hopefully you've been entertained and informed while passing this precious time that we have. And hopefully I've earned your sub. I go by the name of Mac. This has been Doing It for GP. Till next time.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here.
Never did me, I spit the truth. Call you aware, fear-driven niggas get the boot. All of you squares couldn't fit up in my circle. All of us red and will hurt you severe. Slow your roll, nigga, patience is a virtue. Yeah, and a nigga bite any bark. When I black out, how you gon' hide in the dark?
So if I gotta look like the adulterous wife,